Hello everyone, this is Daryl20, and welcome to episode 66 of Daryl20's Let's Play of ATM10 to the Skies. My plan for today, Chaos Shards. Last episode we got some Chaos Shards, and I said to myself, Dyer, how do I get more of these? And I started looking, well, you can put these together to get Chaos Shards, then you can put these together to get Chaos Shards, and you can put these together. Oh, bees. There you go. So we can, it looks like the only way to get Chaos Shards is bees. So that's kind of like the bad news. And it's rare. It's like super rare, it looks like. Though, so if we get like a Chaos Cone block, we have like a 10% chance of getting a tiny Chaos Fragment or four. And then those combine to small and then eventually up to like other things, right? So I think our deal here should be that you know what we can do? I got an idea. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to make those bees. Haha. Seems sneaky. The good news is it actually doesn't look too hard to get them because in order to get the Chaos Bee spawn egg, we just need to do some of this with an awakened Draconium bee spawn egg. And you know what would be nice? Free awakened Draconium, because then it means I don't have to bother with hearts no more. And in order to get that, all we need is a Draconium bee spawn egg, which is pretty easy. And in order to get that, all we need is a Draconic bee spawn egg. And a Draconic bee comes from this whole thing. So, pretty straightforward. All I need is some Dragon's Breath, which, guess what, I have like infinity billion of. Well, not really. Is that all I have? I feel like I should have more than that. I guess I'm storing it in like a thingy somewhere. And that's right, it's downstairs, right? Yeah, I think 2048 is enough, though. Like, do I really need more of these? I don't know. I have been trying to have extras as needed. How are my stars doing, by the way? 1570? Not great. I should speed up star production. It's, a thing we should do. So let's go get, a few of these, a few of you. Let's get some bee cages, some proper ones, actually. Now, luckily, we have, like, tons of bee-related stuff. Because we have honey seeds that we made a long time ago, and we've got plenty of honey essence, so we can make combs, and we can make honey blocks, and we can make honey bottles and all the things. So that's cool. So let's pop over to yield end. I guess I can just, it doesn't matter where in the end I do this, right? So like end portal fluid should be a more than viable place to stick this dude, stick this dude, stick that guy. And then he's just gonna make bees for me, apparently. What'd you do? Take all my dragon eggs? Or dragon things? So we'll get a bunch of these dudes. And then we'll see how much we can handle doing some bee stuffs for today. That's the plan, at least. Cool. There we are. So let's pop down to an area that's like, relatively automated things. So we've got the 4 bees. So we should be able to get a beehive, an advanced beehive, right? That's what we're going to want. And you know what I should probably do? If we're going to be doing this, we should set up crafting for it, right? Because advanced oak, yada yada. So we need to know how to make like you. And then we should probably also know how to make you. Right? And then extension dude. Oak expansion box. I was close. Extension, whatever. And then we're gonna probably want simulation upgrades, right? So upgrade simulator, which is gonna be you, which we're gonna need some of these things for. So you know how to make those, so that's cool. You're gonna need to know how to make you, so that's cool. You're gonna need to know how to make you, so that seems easy enough. What's this one called? Productive lib. What else am I gonna want in here? Pollen sieve, speedier. We're gonna want the pokey one, right? We're probably going to want productivity omega at some point, but we'll get there when we get there. We do want upgrades block as well, and then we want productivity gammas. So you're going to need draconic chunks, which I think come from the bees we just caught, right? Draconic, yeah, bees. So we're going to definitely want those in the to-do list as well. And then we're going to want wax blocks. You know, all kinds of upgradey type stuff. I probably should put you on the to-do list for auto crafting. You know how to make honey blocks? Sort of. What else do we need to know to make? Upgrade bases we did. Productivity alphas should be fine. We'll see what I forgot in a minute. For now, it's enough to just do this and call it a day. Right? So what we're going to want is an oak expansion box. And you're going to need an actual beehive. Am I, like, getting full? I might be. We might need to upgrade our autocrafter. That's fascinating to me that we've gotten to that point. That's pretty cool, actually. And then we're going to want the simulation upgrades, right? So hopefully we can at least get that. Yes, but we need to learn how to make honey treats. Shouldn't be a big deal. And then while we're at it, let's get the block upgrade auto-craftable too. And then you need to know how to make this. And then you're going to need to know how to make that as well. And these guys just come from. We should probably throw the heated centrifuge in the crafting list as well. But I think we're like probably right at the point where we're about to run out of slots here. Yep, we literally just ran out. Okay, cool. Guess what we're gonna have to get from extended AE? We're gonna need to get more pattern cores. How about 9 more? Is that the right number, or is it 6 more? 6 more pattern cores? And then we're going to need a couple more frames as well, and a couple more matrix glass. Cool. So we'll bump this up one. And we'll stick you guys. Oh, we do need more. Oh, right. You're going to be all. I thought it was 9. I wonder how many of those things we've gotten there at the moment. So let me get. Can it tell me? It doesn't tell me what I've gotten there at the moment. I mean, I have a lot of pattern cores. I wish I knew how many speed cores I had in there. Oh, you're going to break all that? That's not ideal. All fixed, mostly. Yeah, let's just do. We'll just do more assemblers, right? Or patterns. That's perfectly fine. All right, put you away, put you away. Not exactly what I planned to do today, but it'll only take a second. And we got to do it. Wow, I happen to have exactly enough. That would have been super annoying if I didn't have enough. Perfect. Now we've got plenty, right? So you should have no problem going in there, and that should be a lot cleaner. Cool. So now let's get our bee upgrades. I don't know if I can actually get the other ones, but simulator should be cool, right? I should be able to get simulator. Yes. I don't know if I can get block yet, but I can get simulator. What about the pokey dude? Pokey Gene guy? Well, if I made a couple diamond swords... And the reason I want the Pokey Gene Sampler is so I can get the bee spawn egg. Because I think I need this to get the bee spawn egg, right? I think. We'll find out. Alright, so that should be enough to get me started. Should I have like a bee island, do we think? I mean, might not be a terrible idea. Is this dude what I'm looking for? Nope. How about this dude? Also nope. I keep doing this. Oh, I remember now. I want to do that, and then I want to do that, right? There we go. Trying to find the right place to put this thing. How about here? But then we'll just fix... that doesn't look right either. Dyer can't figure anything out today. His brain not working. Good enough. Because I don't want to get in the way of all that stuff, right? So, this can work. We'll start with our first beehive with expansion box. We're going to want the feeding slab thing. What's it called? This guy? Okay. And then what I should do is put you guys in there. Okay. And then you need... For what? For food. You need a dragon egg. Well, luckily we have a healthy number of those. So if I'm not mistaken, and I'm going to time wand this one, because that one... Awesome. Cool. And look, and we're getting the gene samples. Perfect. That's what I want to see. Okay. So let's do this. Let's do... how do we want to handle this? Do we want to do this with functional storage drawers? Let's do functional storage drawers, and then let's also do a chest. That'll be the overflow for all the gene samples. Is that cool? I like that plan. So to make that happen, what I'll probably want to do is... Let's put them, like, here-ish. That should be cool. Let's lock them in. Where's my, these guys? I don't usually put them in there. So lock it all up, right? And then add them. And then we'll take you guys and do that. And then we should be able to laser IO it. And I want them linked to the main thing. So what I'll probably do is this, and then a chest here. That's not my wrench. Cool. And then you can be underneath. Looks like we're gonna need one of these dudes in the middle. Let's slow myself down because issues, right? So then on the up, you'll be a very simple extract all the things. And then over here, you guys will be a insert, but you're going to be a lower priority than the rest, so that you guys always go to the drawers first. Cool. And that should be all she wrote. Oh, you went in there first because... yeah, because I linked you first. Yeah, that'll do it. Alright, so then we do another batch of that. Okay. And then everything should be getting extracted right where it belongs. Cool. Now let's do centrifuge. So we're going to want a heated centrifuge. That's going to need you and an inactive dragon egg and a powered centrifuge. So powered we can handle. Heated... so remind me how... heated you lose something, right? But I don't think it's something we generally care about. So if we centrifuge... I guess maybe not a big difference. I guess heated's fine. We'll do heated. Can I do these guys yet? Yes. I just need you, which needs a bunch of draconic dust, which we will get from centrifuging the combs, right? And then we also need eggs, which apparently is possibly going to be more of a challenge than the combs. So we'll just do powered centrifuge for now. So we'll stick you kind of on the end here. And what we'll do on the up will be an insert on the orange. Okay. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make you guys insert on purple. So these, the ones up top here, will be outputs of the centrifuging. Is that cool? So that means you can be an extract on orange. Okay. Like that. Now you might have sidedness to you, but we'll find out in a second. There you go. Perfect. Give me a flux point, please. When and if we need more flux points, we will cross that bridge. Cool. So then you're going to get a bunch of wax and a bunch of draconium dudes. And then you should be extracting that on purple. Cool. And then that should be very cool. Awesome. So now we should be able to get the heated centrifuge, which needs... see, we've already got enough draconic chunks. Perfect, right? All we need to do is get an egg, which I'm actually unsure how to handle that. Do we ever get chickens? I don't know that we ever got chickens. I mean, we clearly have a few raw chickens. You know what I could do? Is this slowly but surely? I need chickens, please. Why are we not spawning chickens? It's actually very funny to me that we're not spawning chickens. That was the whole point. Alright, I will have to figure out how to get chickens. Chickens, please? Is there like a trick to chicken spawn eggs? No, no. Capturing, yep, well aware of you. Oh, yeah. Okay, that works. Farming for blockheads market. And emeralds. Oh, diamonds. Okay. And then there was something about a nest, because I want to be able to tick accelerate it if I can. Oh, right, we need more of you. Is this no longer a thing? Not that I don't have a ton of bone meal, but like, is that no longer a thing? All right, so we get a nest, and that will apparently collect the eggs for us. I'm gonna stick them like right in the center over here. Get out of my way, friends. I appreciate that you're all standing exactly where I want this nest to be, but all right, good enough. Cool. And then I had a thing here. Perfect. Cool. So now, if I'm not mistaken, you guys should, you know, collect eggs. Is that the only nest thingy we can do to get them to drop eggs? I don't know that there's anything I can put them in to tick accelerate them. So we'll give them a minute to chill. But at the meantime, let's get into our Pokey Pokey gene sampler and see if we've happened to find aggressive, draconic. There we go. Productive bees, draconic. That's what I'm after. Another draconic. And I can combine you guys, right? Yes, and it gives me a slightly higher chance, but we don't need it, right? So from productive bees, we'll come back to the chickens in a minute. We want the gene indexer. Is that what we want? What do we want here? Catcher, honey generator, incubation. That's it. We're gonna need another. We're gonna need a couple of things that we don't already have. Mostly eggs. That's kind of funny, actually. Alright, so the baby incubator can have a cable, and you can go there. You can go away. You can be cool, right? So then we basically do we have to do this, right? So we need a honey treat. And then we need a bunch of eggs, right? Because reasons. Is there any other tricky way to get eggs? Like eggs? I don't even see them on the thing. Not exactly. Now, in fairness, I should have gotten some from that quest that I just did. So where that quest is, I couldn't tell you. Egg automation. Check. Sweet. That's cool. Got 5 of them. So with a little luck, I might have gotten what I'm looking for. You know what else we should do? Store this honey in a tank. Like a functional fluid drawer. You can just chill here, can't you? I don't see why not. So on the up, you can extract fluids. And you can insert fluids. Presumably. I might need to stage you with a bucket. Did I do that wrong? Maybe you have a sidedness to you? Can you not with the honey and the piping and the stuffs? Why are you not extracting fluids? Maybe because I forgot to link you? There you go. Dire, please. Told you Dire Brain wasn't right today. Alright, so we've got a bunch of chunks, which is cool. We should be accumulating eggs shortly. If I'm really lucky, this might work. So this will take a minute, and then the goal is to get the Draconic bee spawn egg, so that we can then upgrade it to the next type. Right? No such luck. Okay. I thought that didn't consume the thing. I thought that was the deal. It didn't consume it until it was successful. I thought that's why we didn't care about the percentage chance there. Right? I thought that was the deal. I thought we didn't care about percentage chance because it didn't matter, because if it wasn't successful, it didn't consume the treat. Am I crazy? I thought that was the deal. Right. I don't know. Let's wrap up the episode here, because we're about that point anyway. You should be, in theory, collecting all the... Yeah, next egg, 40 seconds. So in a few seconds, we should have a bunch of eggs show up, right? And then we can probably even, you know, extract these somehow. I'm guessing it's extractable. Let me turn off my magnet, because I don't want to interfere with you dropping eggs. Hey, yeah, it's working. Nice. Perfect. And then I assume I can just click it to collect the eggs. Yep. All right, cool. So we'll wrap up here. Between episodes, I have to double check, but I could have sworn that the deal was like it doesn't consume the gene sample if it doesn't succeed. I thought that was the deal, and that's why we were like, we don't need to get to 100% in order for this guy to work, right? Maybe that's a config option or something? Or maybe that's changed? Somebody let me know in the comments what the deal is with that. Because, like, that means then that I need to get this guy up to, like, you know. I guess that's not what I'm looking for. Is it iron upgrade? Yeah, that'll do. Basic to iron tier. Cool. Tier upgrade. Basic tier upgrade. Great. Okay, so we'll wrap up here. We'll come back next episode. Between episodes, I'll try to get one of these dudes so that I can, you know, have the egg that I need. I wonder if I can breed them. If I breed them, I just get the baby, though, right? I don't get the actual egg. So I think we have to do this. But again, I could have sworn the deal was... Isn't that what happened last time we played ATM10? You don't have to... You just... I'm going to go look at, like, my old videos. Because I swear that's the way it worked. Alright, for now, Del20 sign off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.